So let's get started with the new version of Mac App Store Toolsets available on the Asset Store. This new version features a revamped UI and streamlined workflow. Mac App Store Toolset is a plugin to simplify the distribution of your Unity games to the Mac App Store. So once you've imported the Mac App Store Toolset package, go to the Window menu and Mac App Store Toolset. And let's move this window right here. We're going to demonstrate how to code-sign and package your Unity game for Mac App Store. So in the Pipeline tab, we first have a few shared settings that you have to fill in. The App Store category, well, for example, game action. The bundle identifier has to be the same as your Unity project. So for the demo, we'll go with this. And a version number. Again, same as your project. The next parameters are optional. You can go to the online reference to check them out. Then localization. It doesn't touch your project, though you should enable it if you want the Mac App Store description to feature the languages you have in your project. And finally, post-process pipeline is where you pick a preset and apply it to your app bundle. So let's check out the preset settings. We click the Edit button, or we can go to the Presets tab up there. First, we have a list of presets. For the purpose of this demo, we'll go with the Release preset, but you can pick any preset. It's just a bunch of settings. The settings part allow you to override the shared settings you've defined in the pipeline window. Do this if you have a lit version of your package or a free version, though be aware you have to fill in all the details again, including localization. So that's it for override. Next, if you want to define to which app bundle this preset will apply, you can use the target bundle setting. And by default, it's set to automatic, and it will use the Unity built app bundle. So, next, you have to enable code signing. This is mandatory for Mac App Store, and you have to pick a production profile. Now, we're not going to discuss how to set up provisioning profiles and certificates, entitlements. Will direct you to Apple documentation regarding those topics. So once you've picked your profile, you can also pick a certificate if you have multiple certificates for one profile. I only have one. And then the associated application identifier is a read-only field which is going to help you filling in entitlements. And you have to enable entitlements as well. This is mandatory. And you have to fill application identifier. And this field is appid.bundleid. So appid is the first part of associated application identifier. So we'll just copy that, paste it, dot, and our bundle ID. And that's not it. That's the bundle ID. If you're using iCloud, key value store or document storage, you want to fill in those fields, and it has to be either the same thing as the application identifier or the same as one of the existing identifiers you're using for another app, which is useful if you have cross-platform iCloud sharing. Next, if you're using Game Center, please enable this field, and if you're using push notifications, please pick development or production inside this field. And remember, if you're using any of these entitlements, you have to check that your provisioning profile, your app ID, and your certificates are all enabled for these features. Again, go to Apple Member Center, go to the documentation, and they'll tell you how to set it up. Then you have to enable sandboxing as well. It's mandatory. And you have a bunch of settings, and this lets your app access a few features of the operating system, such as microphone, camera, file access for certain folders, and network connection. Generally, you won't have to enable any of these, so we recommend you enable outgoing network connections, and you always do it because it will be useful for Unity statistics, for example, and it will be useful if you have multiplayer. And if you have multiplayer, you'll probably want incoming network connections as well. So at least enable outgoing, not mandatory, but we recommend you do it. And finally, packaging, you have to enable it to generate the final package, and you have to pick an installer certificate. And remember, if you want to distribute to the Mac App Store, don't pick developer ID. Developer ID is not Mac App Store. You have to pick a Mac developer installer certificate, such as this one. And package customization, you shouldn't use it for the Mac App Store. It's only if you're packaging your app with developer ID for distribution outside the Mac App Store. So once you've set all the settings for this preset, you can go back to the pipeline tab and make sure the preset is active. You'll see that the code sign profile is a production profile, and we've got a correct packaging certificate. And the target bundle is the Unity generated app bundle, which is good. And then let's make this a bit bigger. We'll see that code sign is enabled, entitlements are enabled, sandboxing is enabled, packaging is enabled. And we have two ways to apply those settings and these presets on our build package. One way is to auto-apply it when building the package. And you can enable it. And next, when we build the package, we build the player, and it's applying the preset automatically. Takes some time, and boom, there it is. The app bundle has been signed, and it's been packaged. It's ready for distribution to the Mac App Store. So let's delete this. Whoops, we have to close it first. Quit. Delete. Okay. Now, if you don't want this to be automatically applied on each build, you can disable it. And you can do it manually by hitting the Apply Preset to Target App Bundle button. And it does the exact same thing, but manually. Well, there it says could not find target app bundle because I've deleted it, so I'll rebuild again. Quit and apply preset, and there it is applying. Takes a few seconds, perfectly normal, and boom, there it is. And finally, let's make a copy of this bundle and rename it. Well, not rename it, keep that name. And if you want to apply the preset to a custom app bundle which is not the target bundle, you can do that as well, hitting the Apply Preset to Custom App Bundle. And you get to pick any app bundle on the hard drive. So let's pick that copy, open, it's applying. Takes a few seconds, and boom, there it is. So finally, if you're running into issues and when you're trying to distribute, it says that code signing is invalid or entitlements, what you can do is go to settings and enable the variables mode. And what this will do is when you apply a preset, wait for it to apply or auto apply it on build. And then you go to the console, you'll see the logs for the native code sign and packaging commands. This can be useful to track down issues during code signing or packaging. And finally, the other settings are certificates and profiles. When listing installer certificates, it's hard to determine if a certificate is used for installer or code signing. So we're using basic filtering, and you can disable that if you want to. If you have imported new certificates and profiles, hit the refresh button for them to appear. And if you've installed Xcode in the custom paths, or if you have multiple installation of Xcode, you can set the Xcode path to be used for code signing and packaging. And that's it for Mac App Store Toolset. Hope you check it out. Check our website, check out the asset tool, check out the forum topic, check us out on Twitter. You can contact us via email, and thanks for watching.